What up, y'all?
What up, y'all?
Welcome back
To the next episode
of
Don't
Do
Do
That here on 16 TV.
right here on Mad as Hell Monday.
We mad as hell.
There is stuff to be mad about.
Oh,
there's always stuff
real.
to be mad about, but
For real.
no. I want to make sure before I start off with this one, because it's written by a Los Angeles freelancer and former Detroit news business reporter.
Okay.
His name is Eric Starkman. Now, I need to make sure that this is known on where I get the source of my information from, so I myself don't get in trouble. Okay? Because I'm only reading what was posted on here and share my unbiased opinion about it just from going through my own personal what do you want to call it, doings or whatever, how I grew up with. Shit like just
your
a little
personal
briefly.
Experiences.
Yes, thank you. Yes, okay. Personal experiences. So, Michigan-based Meyer achieves new low in corporate inhumanity with arrest of teen worker.
Ooh.
Now, mind you, this did happen last year, okay? But as always, some things take a while to circulate around, okay? Now, whenever I'm telling you this, I need you to really kind of look deep down in yourself and ask yourself, have you ever had to do certain things you knew were wrong just to survive? Period. So, Meyer totes its hunger relief efforts on its website, claiming that feeding people has always stayed at the heart of what we do. Our commitment to relieving hunger extends beyond the walls of each Meyer store and connects directly to those in need. The company crows. In 2008, Meyer began the important work of establishing relationships with local food banks and food pantries across the Midwest to learn more about the needs of the communities we serve. Meyer's management is apparently unfamiliar with the saying, charity begins at home, meaning one should take care of those closest to them before tending to the needs of others. The local Detroit and Grand Rapids media understandably prefer to avoid this story because Meyer is a major advertiser. But online, there are growing outrage over the company's treatment of a deli department employee at a suburban Cleveland store. Now adding fuel to the anger. This boy had literally taken some fruit cups and some chicken over months. Okay, not just that day or that week or that month. Months. Okay.
This was ongoing.
Now adding fuel. This is ongoing. Okay. Now adding fuel to the anger.
So they had prior knowledge that he was doing this.
Yes.
And
let it continue. Now, there is speculation. All right. This is not something that's known. I don't know. So allegedly, he has special needs. Again, unable to confirm complete detail on that. Now, although James's arrest occurred a year ago, body cam police footage was recently released. One must have ice in their veins not to feel for the kid whose only transportation to work was his own 2 feet. Now, employee theft, or shrinkage, as it's euphemistically called in the industry, is a major problem for retailers, according to Suzanne Lucas, a consultant who brands herself as the evil HR lady, and broke the story of James' arrest for Inc. magazine. Employee theft costs U.S. businesses about $50 billion annually and is a factor in 30% of the business bankruptcies. Now, Meyer's managers allegedly waited months for James to surpass a $100 theft so they could call the police and have him arrested. So you waited months just so you can write a police report. and get this young man
Wanted to
arrested.
make sure that he had
And make sure-
accumulated over
No.
$100
Now,
so they could.
this is what some of the people who have on Reddit had also seen, because it's all over the internet. If you go on Reddit, you'll see it. Now, is stealing wrong? Yes, it is. Now, should Meyer have waited until he stole a bunch of stuff to just get him arrested? Hell no. What company wouldn't fire someone after just one theft? Every place I've worked had a non-theft policy, zero tolerance. They just wanted to be vindictive. And like this commenter said, F you guys. F Meyer. You're no longer shopping there. Now, James was so forthcoming, he was so honest, that a police officer even warned him to stop talking before he further incriminated himself. But even the cops felt bad that they even had to be there just to arrest this young man over stealing food. Now, Lucas, the evil HR lady, questioned Meyer's handling of the case. She herself questioned it. She's like, I guarantee you he is not the only employee who has stolen a fruit cup from time to time. We know he's not. Now, it's not acceptable behavior, but you need to address it carefully. Had I been the HR person in this case, I would have recommended progressive discipline right then and there. This is what a clueless Meyer spokesman had told Lucas when asked for a comment. An investigation showed that the former team member in question had knowingly committed multiple thefts over multiple months, totaling hundreds of dollars, which is why local law enforcement was involved. Meyer's handling of the incident has caused the company considerable backlash, including that from at least one customer who tipped me off. This makes me never want to go to Meyer again. They just lost a customer. How could you ruin a child's life over some fruit and chicken? Shame on those managers. You have a kid who's walking to work and trying to be responsible, and he makes what most he could consider a minor lapse in judgment. And you walk him out in handcuffs? And the police? Come on, dude. Don't you have bigger fish to fry? I hope this poor boy didn't get into too much trouble over something so benign. Now, not only did he state that he had also called and voiced his displeasure with the company, he states, I also personally called Meyer's corporate line, and the rude woman said it was store 321 and happened last year while she read a script. Then she hung up on me. Totally cordial. Just wanted her to note that we were deleting our Meyer account and wouldn't be shopping there again unless we see some sort of corporate correction in this matter. You guys need to understand something. We all know stealing is bad. We know it's wrong. All right, whatever the case may be. But in these times right now, with the way things are going, do you really think these kids are just getting jobs for the hell of it? Do you think these kids are just getting jobs so they can have a little extra money in their pocket? No, they have to get a job now just to feed themselves. And on top of that, they expect you to be punched out, all right, and this is also in the article, because he got in trouble and was going to be threatened to be written up if he didn't get back from lunch or breaks on time, because he had to go get it. He had to go punch out, go get his food, wait in line, and possibly have 5 minutes just to sit there and eat his food. We all know doing that isn't cool.
That's why a lot of people don't punch out until they have all of that together.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you have never wondered what it was like to know where your next meal was going to come from, you don't have a right to speak on it. You don't have a right to speak on it because you had that silver spoon fed to you. You don't know what a real struggle is. You don't know whether or not you're going to get your next meal. And that's also what he was also worried about. But whenever you treat these kids like crap, and you're like, oh, well, we're going to write you up because you only have basically 5 minutes to eat because you know how busy we get. You know, lines could be forever because we only have 2 lanes open. All right, 2 lanes open, and you have fast lanes. That's it. And you know how fast those fast lanes fill up, you guys?
Real fast.
Real fast. Not fast lanes.
So yeah, people are.
You were being vindictive. Period. At the end of the day, it should have been directly handled right then and there. Instead, you have your ignorant mouth pouched open just to spew the facts. Oh, well, he over the last few. Oh, you act like you're fucking FBI or something.
So of course, we know that you're gonna have, or that there will be opposing opinions on this matter.
Oh, I know there is.
And so,
but the opposing opinions
we invite
are the
you.
silver spoon ones.
We invite you to engage in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
Because on Mad as Hell Monday, we talk about stuff that makes us mad as hell to see if you'll get mad as hell.
But you can look up the story. They even have the body cam footage right there.
So, another thing that will make you a little anxious, maybe not mad as hell, a little anxious, is that all over Easter weekend, there has been oddly severe weather, like all through Easter weekend. I haven't heard any reports lately, but there was Friday large hail
Oh,
in Wisconsin.
yeah.
There was
Nothing
late
irrational.
season snow that caused a pileup in Colorado.
Not really nothing abnormal.
There was severe weather, a EF3 tornado in Omaha, Nebraska,
Right there in Tornado Alley.
damaging 30 homes.
Nope. Okay.
And a tornado in Texas.
Well, Texas is their own piece of crap.
So. It was a 3,000-yard wide tornado in Iowa, the widest ever recorded in that state. Now, this is the part that I want y'all to put as a footnote. Federal staffing cuts by the Trump administration have forced the National Weather Service to scale back the launching of weather balloons, leading to less accurate scans for the readings that they need to gauge the weather. Back to you, Pops.
Awesome, guys. Great. Let's just get rid of everything, huh? So we can go ahead and governmentally fund Elon Musk and his trash.
And send Katy Perry and Gail, Oprah's friend, to the moon.
Man, please.
For 11 minutes.
If that's the case, that makes my husband a gynecologist. He's been inside me for longer than 11 minutes.
And I'm a gynecologist.
And he must be a gynecologist. You guys are idiots to even believe that. You guys would even believe that they would allow that. Yeah, we're going to allow you guys to actually go up there and let you be the first person up there?
Just
to make history?
Side note on that. So when they open the, you know that like when you get out of like high, like if you've been deep underwater or if you've been in outer space, like there's a whole process that you have to go through before
he didn't even do it.
Can let you out because you will like a balloon or some shit. And I don't.
They didn't go up, you guys. Come on now, please.
They were trying to open the door themselves,
like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you guys weren't trained to not touch the handle.
And
yeah, that shows you guys are really intelligent there with our money.
Smart.
Great, guys. Congratulations, you guys, on thinking that something like that was worth spending our money on.
See if Thanos can snap.
Bitch. Okay, on to the next one. On to ridiculousness. Okay.
Yes.
Benzino slams music executives for allegedly burying Eminem's racist lyrics. Benzino.
Burying
Benzino.
Racist lyrics.
Benzino. Bro, grow your neck out more before you even part your lips. Your lips are thicker than your neck. You got more range up and down. Bro. Please work on your 90-degree angle with your neck before you keep talking trash. Go make sure your wife isn't having an affair. Go pay your child support. Go buy a new home.
Here's my thing with Benzino.
This whole thing is getting really ridiculous, bro.
This has been going on for too long.
Decades.
It is going nowhere for Benzino. And to be quite honest, be quite frank, Benzino
You're trash, bro.
is, and I'm being kind here, a lackluster MC, rapper.
Your daughter's better than you, bro.
Like, bro, you're
You really should let them team up. I'm
you're
sorry.
only, in my opinion, and maybe the opinion of lots of people behind me, but in my opinion, your only viable contribution to hip hop was being part of starting a source.
And more on that part here in a minute. Because did he get heated about that? Here we go. So Benzino stated, why is he so scared in 20-something years of his career to do interviews with black media? He will expose himself, he told all hip hop. So Benzino went on to point out Eminem's early work, which has been criticized for the use of racial slurs. Which I still couldn't find any racial slurs. Derogatory, nasty, trifling shit. Absolutely, yeah. He was very well known for
Well,
a lot of.
Is this some stuff before he broke big that is
I'll get to
unreleased,
that
and
here in a
they're
second.
trying
I'm
to
about to
dig in the crates like some
listen.
James Gunn
Benzino went
10-year-old
on
tweet
to
shit?
point out Eminem's early work, which has been criticized for the use of racial slurs. He described this as evidence of a double standard and said black artists would face more severe backlash for less. According to him, Eminem was 21 when the lyrics were recorded. He says the label, however, came out and said he was 16 and he had a black girlfriend. Okay, so he slammed Universal along with Jimmy Levine, accusing them of insulting the intelligence of black communities and hip hop fans. They got in a room and said, "We have to fix this," he alleged, insisting they crafted a narrative to protect Eminem's image. This isn't the only rant Benzino has gone on in recent weeks. However, last month he appeared on the Big Dookie Chain podcast. He got into an awkward spat with host Chris Tosh, who suggested he fumbled the source. Benzino quickly made it clear that he didn't appreciate the disrespect. He says, "What gives you the right to say something that I fumbled as big as the fucking source? As much as it did," he wondered. "You ain't hip hop, you ain't done shit, and you're just a fanboy. That's it, nothing else. I don't think you know what the fuck you're talking about." He continued, suggesting that Tosh is just a hater. Benzino also called him one of these miserable white guys that wants to be accepted so bad.
Here's the thing,
Uh,
man. We only know what we see. And from what I saw on the outside looking in, I told you, rapper,
Obviously, you fumbled something, bro.
some creative part of the Source magazine, which is what a lot of people in hip hop spoke about, read,
Mm-hmm.
were introduced to marquee artists that are, huge legends to this day. The whole five mic system of being graded on how good your album was, that was a narrative that pushed the sales of a lot of these legends like today. And so being a part of that creative force, yeah, that was a great contribution to hip hop. But lyrically, bro,
You suck ass.
no, no. The whole battle with Eminem was embarrassing.
You're
Like, what were you
trifling.
doing?
You were better
Like,
off having your daughter do it.
stop it.
You were better off for real.
Stop it.
Not even bullshitting.
And still to this day, you still trying to talk, bro.
Stop. There was a recording one time
Leave
he
it.
actually went to Mom's Spaghetti and did some trashy shit. Like, you're lucky you didn't get shot. I mean, just because you had your little phony goons next to you whenever you spilt fucking yeah, you're a low life. Go find out where your wife's at and whose dick she's sucking. Go find yourself a home and go pay your child support.
Another thing that will make you mad as hell, because it is Mad as Hell Monday, is Dallas Mavericks fans. Bruh. Oh my goodness. I know y'all mad as hell.
Mad as hell.
Nico Harrison.
My
man.
You
my
should
brother,
never did that.
trades Luka Doncic. Trades him. One of the best players to come to the Dallas Mavericks. Someone who they anticipated would replace no. Oh, no. He went to the Lakers.
Oh,
And he goes to the Lakers for Anthony Davis. And then
then
Anthony Davis gets injured.
and then
And then the Lakers lose in the first round,
first round, you
first
guys,
game of the first round to the Timberwolves because
who are very
Ant-Man
underrated.
is not playing. That boy is hungry. He's nasty as Vanity 6 back in the 80s. Ugh. But yeah. So before the trade, because I have my facts right here. Before the trade,
Oh boy.
they were 26 and 23.
Okay.
They were 8th.
Had a
Okay.
chance.
After the trade, they are 13 and 20 since the trade.
Oh my God.
13 and 20. And
Oh
now
my
they
God.
are in 10th. Okay. Now Nico Harrison has been quoted as saying that he has no regrets in trading Luka Doncic.
What
Now,
personal
I
issue do you
don't
have with him?
know. That is the first
Like,
question
that's-
I had too. I don't know what happened
You
for
must
him
have
to try
cussed
and
your
pull
ass out.
something
You
like
must not
that.
have liked what he had to say to you or something and
But-
reminded you who the star was. Not you.
So there is outrage all over Dallas because, of course, now the playoffs are and
Done.
No, I mean
Well,
they're going on, and they still have a pop. I mean, there's a chance.
Let's see.
But not as good a chance as when they had that ban. They thought that hey, after Dirk Nowitzki left, we got Luka Doncic now, and he can pop those threes from a distance like Steph Curry. He moves the floor. He can control the floor. He moves well without the ball. All of that. Oh nope, we're gonna trade him.
Because I'm not big on sports or whatever. I'll sit there and I'll watch it. You know, I know a little bit, and I know what I need to know.
Oh.
But what personal problem did you have with this man? Because I hope it was worth your job, bro.
Again,
You're gonna lose your job.
Probably.
You're gonna get fired.
Somebody,
if you don't get fired, somebody's gonna hurt you.
Here's the thing: if they would have planned for the future a little better, had something on the horizon to where if they fail, I mean, because shit happens. It's basketball, any given Sunday type shit.
But you don't
If
trade off
they
the
were,
best
yes, but
player,
you traded
though.
that's what puts everybody. That's what puts you in
And
everybody's
everybody
crosshairs.
knows
You
that.
bro, you do not trade
The
Kobe Bryant.
team
You
even
trade
knew
Kobe
that
Bryant.
was one of their best players. The team even knew he was one of their best players. They knew.
So if
That's why
he
you
would
were
have
sitting
had some
by
type of
yourself.
backup
His
plan
team was
to
by
where if
him.
this plan failed, then they would have been able to say, well, at least you got two picks coming up, or at least you got no. This trade was it.
That was it. I hope he loses his job.
I think they might have one pick coming up, or something like that.
I don't even
but it's
care.
nothing where it's like the future is set up to the point where if he fails in this endeavor, that it will pick up.
Oh, he will definitely be losing his job. I'm probably guaranteeing if they actually come up and pull something out of their ass, and they may win it or go on to somewhere, oh, you're still losing your job.
Yeah.
They'll take that W, and they'll fire you, and you'll still have an L.
Last thing. One more thing. Colombo style. The Pistons.
Ooh.
Because I'm from Detroit, and I just diehard Pistons, diehard Tigers, diehard Red Wings, diehard. It's
Detroit.
It's Detroit. Lions.
Where they're all from.
So listen, if anybody that knows somebody or anybody from the Pistons team catches wind of this episode, calm down and focus. Y'all niggas was doing good. What the hell? Y'all fumbled on the Knicks? Bro, it was not them being better than y'all. It was y'all psyching yourselves out. Come on, man.
Get that Detroit
Come
Lions
on, man.
syndrome.
Don't let them get hyped and then don't let Brunson and them get hyped and then you let them get some wind beneath their sails and they take y'all ass out. Don't do that.
Don't become like
Come back strong. Get some fire, dog. Get some fire in y'all ass, man. And do this shit right.
You're starting to look like the old